Man. The New York Yankees. Are they the best team in baseball in 2024? Let me tell you why that may or may not be the case. The New York Yankees had the worst season that they have had in 25 plus years in 2023. They went 82 and 80. It was a disaster of a season for what the Yankee fans are accustomed to. Aaron Judge was injured for a month and a half with a torn toe ligament because of a stupid concrete ground at Dodger Stadium in right field. Jason Dominguez lost due to Tommy John only a couple days after making his MLB debut. Anthony Rizzo basically didn't play after the collision with Tatis, where he played with a concussion for a couple months somehow. Loizaga, Efros, Trevino, all were lost starting in May of last year. Pretty much almost everybody and anybody got injured at some point or played injured except for Gleyber Torres, Anthony Volpe, Garrett Cole, Clay Holmes, and Clark Schmidt. The Yankees, though, the past 5 years or so have been accustomed to building a certain type of lineup that was built on prioritizing home runs, I would say. We acquired guys like Gallo, Josh Donaldson, Luke Voigt, Rougned Odor, Edwin Encarnacion, and this is all while already having guys like Stanton, Judge, who strike out a lot. Judge may strike out a lot, but is also an MVP candidate, even with those strikeouts. So he's an outlier of those names. Gary Sanchez, we also had a lot of players that were the same type of archetype while also having a right-handed heavy lineup and not having a proper bench. It was just a lot of question marks around the Yankees lineup the past 5 years. Well, this offseason, the Yankees look to have changed that philosophy. They had a meeting that Hal Steinbrenner, the owner of the Yankees, mentioned this offseason. They had some personnel change, most notably the major league hitting coach. They traded for Juan Soto, a lefty bat. They traded for Alex Verdugo, a lefty bat. We called up our lefty catching prospect Austin Wells late last year. We acquired John Birdie late in spring training, who is a high contact player and plays all over the field. We acquired Trent Grisham with Juan Soto from San Diego, who is also a lefty bat and a 2 times Gold Glover in center field. On the pitching side, we acquired Marcus Stroman from free agency. We also brought back and signed a couple of bullpen pieces that are less notoriety, but are pieces that Matt Blake has tapped into those arsenals and improved those guys like Nick Birdie, Luke Weaver, Caleb Ferguson, and Victor Gonzalez were acquired via trade um, from the Dodgers. They added 10 to 12 new faces, whether it was internally or externally, that have changed the way the Yankees look this year. The three main guys that will make and have already made the biggest difference are Juan Soto, Alex Verdugo, and Marcus Stroman. And some of you will say, well, duh, those are the three best players statistically that they acquired. And you are right. But I think one of the important things that maybe we don't look at enough is the attitude these three guys bring, the swagger that they bring. When was the last time the Yankees had some guys on this team with attitude? When was the last time they had some swagger like they do this year? I mean, we had CC Sabathia through 2019, but that was only one guy. It's been more than a decade that the Yankees have had multiple guys with swagger or attitude still in their prime, playing every day and producing. That is something that had been needed in New York for a while. Before we move on, we would really appreciate it if you guys could hit that like button, comment down below what was your favorite edition of the 2024 team for the New York Yankees. This really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm, while you can also stay in touch with us and know when we drop our next videos. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We would really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's continue. Now let's talk about some stats. The first 4 games, which was the first series of the year with the Houston Astros, they saw the most pitches per plate appearances of any team in baseball. If you saw the Yankees last year, you can tell the difference on how we are working counts. We are seeing pitches. It looks like a whole new different team. Juan Soto is a big part of that. Volpe, Wells, Oswaldo Cabrera, we're all working counts. Some fans may say it's only 4 games in. Relax. Well, we didn't see this 4 games in last year. We didn't see this 50 games in last year. We didn't see this 162 games in last year. So if you weren't invested into watching the Yankees last year or even the last couple years, you can't tell us Yankee fans that we aren't supposed to celebrate seeing a different approach this year. Of course, winning helps. And I would go on to say that if this was last year's team, we would probably be 0-4 at this point. I promise you, we would have lost all 4 of those games to Houston in 2023. Think about this. We won 4 games from the Houston Astros, a top 5 or top 3 hitting lineup in baseball without Garrett Cole, Aaron Judge, Gleyber Torres, and Stanton hitting 133, 125, and 214 Verdugo hit in 200 this series, but did have some great plays in left field and a couple huge sac flies, walks, and at bats during crunch time. Also, we have real defenders at positions that they grew up actually playing in. We have real left fielder. We have a real third baseman that's a backup. We have a real right fielder. We are not trotting out Willie Calhoun and IKF to the outfield this year. We are not trotting out IKF at third base this year. This is a whole new ball club. Our pitchers are healthy at the moment. Carlos Rondon's stuff looked better. His average velocity was 95 miles per hour and topped out at 98 miles per hour. He added a much needed new pitch over the offseason, a cutter that he used 17% of the time during his first start. Marcus Stroman had a good day at the bump, even though the umpire was off that day, I would say. Clark Schmidt looked good. His velocity is up almost 2 miles an hour on the fastball compared to last year. Nestor had a rough first 2 innings, but then settled down. The stuff was there, but the location was not, similar to Rodon. Our bullpen, though, forget about it. There was an MLB ranking of the 10 best bullpens in baseball this year, according to MLB.com, and the Yankees were not included in it. Listen to these stats. Since 2017, we have the second best bullpen ERA. Since 2018, the third best. Since 2019, the fourth best. Since 2020, the second best. Since 2021, the second best. Since 2022, the best. Since 2023, the best bullpen ERA in baseball. Yeah, we may not have the most known names, but we do have Matt Blake, our pitching coach, who can seemingly just pick guys up and just make them valuable pitchers for them. And listen, guys, of course, Soto, Volpe, and Cabrera are not going to hit 500 all year. What will and should carry over, though, is the approach that they're bringing or they have brought these first 4 games. Oswaldo, ditching hitting right-handed and sticking to left-handed, should carry over. The swagger should carry over. The attitude should carry over. All these things, are things that you as a player can control and that will lead to more wins and better numbers as a team and as an individual player. This is why the Yankee fans are so excited through the first 4-5 games. The season just started and we have plenty of more games to go. If we stay healthy, I don't see how we can't be the best team in baseball. With Garrett Cole coming back in June, Jason Dominguez coming back around June or July, DJ LeMahieu hopefully coming back soon in a month or two, Scott Efros and Louis Trevino coming back, around June, July. Tommy Kahnle supposed to come back this month. Spencer Jones, if he rakes in the minors, could also come up at some point later in the year. We have some depth in this roster. If you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment down below. Do you think the Yankees could keep this going all season and be a World Series contender, or do you think they are frauds? Also, please subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. See you on the next one.